So this is about product. Great product at great prices with great value that you can't buy anywhere else other than at ASDA, where the George brand belongs. We have a vision here about how we want that product to look in the store, so we deliver it right for the customer and we give them the level of inspiration and the level of excitement that they want. However, with the technology that we were using at the time, we weren't able to deliver that for every store.
Historically, what we used to do was rack all of our products up in a large pretend shop, walk around the senior directors and get sign-off for that process. We would then take pictures to brief our store colleagues on how we want to merchandise the product. Where that fell down in the past was the stores would only receive a top store brief, so the smaller stores found it very difficult to interpret the information we were providing.
Since we moved on to visual retailing, we now produce bespoke store briefs, A to E on some departments, A to J on some departments, which is absolutely great from our store's perspective.
They are over the moon about the fact that they now only receive a brief that's relevant to them. They also like the new layout because it's so much easier for them to identify the product within the brief.
We obviously have to produce more briefs, but actually the process is so much quicker, it doesn't take us any more time.
The first step we take is pull out all of the product for the phase on a 6-week rotation, photograph it individually on the style sheets table.
It very, very quickly cuts out around the garment and you've got a very clean image that can be immediately used from a layout perspective, and then it goes through onto the VR system.
Once we've got all of those images in VR, it links instantly with range plan, which has all of the product information in, so description, ident, colour, how much we buy, what distribution it goes to, things like that.
Once we have all of the images into the system, producing layouts for different grade levels can be done in a matter of minutes.
And then we'll sit down with the buyers and merchandisers to make sure that they're happy with their product mix, and we'll sign it off with our senior directors before it goes to stores.
Our field team have iPads to help us support from an implementation perspective, and then also looking at getting our store colleagues iPads so that they can use them on the shop floor. Generally about every 6 weeks they would get a new brief.
Our role is essentially to brief these store colleagues on how to merchandise product in the most simplistic way, but also the most commercial way to try and drive performance. If there's an opportunity to do something different with layout, we will mock it up on the visual retailing software.
So we can say, well, actually, let's have a look at it like this and show some people and see what they think. We can do a bit of a focus group and get some opinions going. You can just do it all on your screen, but the quality of the image is so good that you don't need to actually mock it up in real life.
Which means we do that faster and we deliver a better experience for our customer off the back of that, and that obviously plays its part in our sales and profit performance as a business.
From transition over to visual retailing, just by reducing the quantity of paper that we send, we've saved over £100,000 a year.
It came from a process of looking at how do we get closer to the customer and how do we make it simpler for our colleagues. The tool that we thought gave us the best scope for now and for the future was the visual retailing tool.
By being an end-to-end system, it had much more credibility in terms of something that we would want to move forward with, and ultimately could give us a longer-term way of working, which included our planning process, our selection process, our colour balance within our range, and then also would allow us to brief to store. So it wasn't just a brief production system.
A business this size has to be constantly evolving, and that's the nature of the market. We've made a start with what we've done and we've delivered now those visual merchandising briefs, but we're only just starting the journey really in terms of what we can achieve.